I am on my way to get a sandwich for my husband at work. He's working in town today at the hospital. But I realized I haven't done a video in quite a long time, so I wanted to do a little update. Sorry, he was texting me. He told me, oh, you don't have to give me a sandwich, but of course I'm going to be a nice wife and do that. I wanted to give you a little update about what's going on. Tomorrow I have to go into the hospital and have a procedure done again. It's the same procedure I had done 6 months ago. And it's where they stick a scope down your throat and they're going to evaluate my stomach. But they're also going to dilate the little valve that is at the end of your stomach that allows your food to empty into the rest of your digestive system. Mine, I have some kind of a disorder or something with my fructose intolerance that closes off that valve and doesn't allow the food to go through. Like when I eat, I get the hiccups every time, or I get really bad indigestion, or I have some other worse issues. So they are going to fix that problem. But the problem is that they think they're going to have to start doing this every 6 months, which I don't like anesthesia. I don't know many people that do like anesthesia, but it really freaks me out. I can't stand that feeling. But yeah, so that's tomorrow at noon. My mom is going to take me and pick me up. Brandon has to take both of the boys, Mason and, oh, hold on. So, Brandon has to take, luckily he doesn't work tomorrow, thank goodness, because he's worked the last 2 days, 12-hour shifts here in town at this hospital, which is nice when he's in town, because I can run over there and take him food, or we can hang out, and he got two faxes yesterday that I needed to come pick up for the boys. Anyway, Brandon's off tomorrow. Thank goodness. He is going to take the two boys downtown to their autism specialist doctor. We are switching the boys' medications over to a autistic specialist doctor instead of our pediatrician, because our pediatrician is beyond amazing. She has worked with us for 4 or 5 years, and we have done really well with her. She listens to her patients. She listens to me. She's very aware of issues going on. She knows us very well. In fact, she was so cute because when Mason got diagnosed with diabetes, they put all of the information in the computer, and it's an overall system that all of your doctors can look at. So when she's like, when I saw that you guys were in the hospital and what had happened to Mason, she's like, I cried. I sat there for 5 minutes and just cried. And it makes me tear up, because I'm like, what pediatrician cares that much about our patients? I'm sure there's lots of them, but we've had some pretty bad pediatricians over our lifetime of autism and my issues. So it was really nice to hear that she cares that much for us, and that she trusts us enough to take care of everything in a way that is proactive and not over the top or overly dramatic. So we are transferring our medication, what is it called? Medication, you know, taking care of the medicines and stuff, because they're very specialized medications for autism, that we're going to transfer over from our pediatrician to this new doctor. We've heard that he's the best in town, and usually he doesn't take new patients, but because we did the Crossroads program with our boys, the Crossroads program, which is a mental illness hospital, got the appointments for us. And not only got the appointments for us, but got our kids in as new patients and got them appointments on the same day at the same time, because it's over an hour away from us. So yay, something positive. So my husband will be taking them there. We're still keeping our pediatrician for daily monthly blood pressure checks and all of these other little issues that come up, but we're going to have another specialist on our team, which is really good. I will be going to have my procedure. Ammon is on a new medication in the morning called Quanfacine, and yeah, hold on. Ammon has added a new medication in the morning. It's one of the medications he takes at night that works on his aggression and his impulsive behaviors, accompanied with autism, that go along with autism. And it's a very specialized medication that helps bring the anxiety down and brings the impulsivities down. And we were worried to give it to him in the morning as well, but he has been so aggressive in school, like so aggressive, hurting himself, hurting teachers, hurting other people, and it's gotten pretty dangerous. And Ammon doesn't like it. He has extreme guilt afterwards, but it is this autistic impulsive behaviors that are causing these things to spiral out of control, and his whole day is like shot every single day. He was like in the fetal position, banging his ears and sitting in the corner and not able to function, and had extreme guilt every day, all day. Oopsie. And so we started this new medication in the morning. Well, the day we started it, I was so worried he was going to be super tired on the medication, but his teacher called me, and I always dread her phone calls because it's always something. She's so sweet and so kind, and she never wants to blame Ammon for these behaviors, but she's like, yeah, he's hurting us, and you know, he's had a horrible day. But this call yesterday was that he had a perfect day. His behavior chart, which is super long, had all smiley faces, all green, all perfect. He didn't make any aggression. He didn't have anything wrong, and he was compliant and happy and did his work and excelled in everything. And I was so happy. I was so excited to hear that. And so she knew this new medication was going to be on board. The only problem we had is that he got a little bit lightheaded and a little bit dizzy halfway through the day, but he's always had that. He doesn't eat enough, so we think that that's because he hasn't been eating enough. So I was really happy to get that call. On the other hand, Bella, who's doing awesome at school, don't get me wrong, is having some sickness issues. She is struggling with something, and I don't know what it is. I'm starting to wonder if it's a thyroid type thing or if there's something else underlying going on that I've been working on for about 2 months to try to figure out what's going on with her. She just never feels good. She very well could have a fructose allergy like me, a dairy intolerance, you know, whatever. We have to figure this out. So I am trying to work on those things. There are some really good things in play for our family right now that I really don't want to jinx. Fingers crossed, knock on anything. That kind of come and go, and it's very complicated, but they're in the works, and they're really good possibilities for our family, and they should be playing out within the next couple of months, and I should be able to share them. But yay, fingers crossed, something good might happen for us. So I'm super excited about these things. They're kind of in play. They're completely from Heavenly Father and blessings for our family that could never have happened except through Him. And they're things that, you know, I mean, we've been on a waiting list for some financial support from the government for our kids' autism and for their medical needs for 4 years. 4 years. And it's a situation where there's like 3,000 people on the waiting list, and we have been waiting and waiting and waiting because I can't have a full-time job, because of the fact that I have to be available 24/7 for my children, because right now I'm their only caretaker, and I get paid a full-time salary for Hunter, who has been the one that has been more in need. But we've been on the waiting list for 2 of our other kids, and what that does is that provides money for them to go to behavior therapy, to psychiatrists, to get medical necessity equipment, and be able to go to behavior therapy. You know, all of these things that encompass autism are really expensive. Least alone is the medication. We probably spend thousands a month in just medications alone, let alone the services that the kids need. So we have been waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. We finally gave up that it would never happen, and we have had some good news recently that that might be in the works. Fingers crossed, because these kids are breaking the bank, and it's okay. We do what we have to do for our children and for me and my medical issues, but man, it's not easy. That Crossroads program alone, that was like hundreds of dollars a day, and they were in there a month, and there was 2 kids in there. So I mean, we're struggling financially, but that's okay. You do what you do for your kids, and we work hard and all of those things. So that's the update on the family, and I wanted to let you guys know we are yeah, we're okay, you know. And these are the times where I'm like, I take a breath and I'm like, okay, I know it won't stay okay, because some drama will happen, because it always does. That's the significant, that's life. You know, usually these calm times don't last very long, and I know I'm having a procedure tomorrow and the boys are seeing new doctors and all of that, but at least I can breathe. It's not the suffocating problems that are overwhelming us to the point of not functioning. So we breathe when we can. We enjoy the calm times. Sometimes it's minute by minute, sometimes it's hour by hour, and sometimes it's a day, which is awesome. But yeah, that's life. We're still rolling. We know something will change eventually, but we enjoy and live in the moment when it's good. So I hope you guys have a good Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day is Hunter's birthday, by the way. He's going to be 11. Bye, you guys.